Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video. And well, I should have shot this video way earlier. I should have prepared a super professional, flashy promotional thing because it's a kind of special video and a special occasion. Well, I should have scripted this maybe, but what happened is I fell sick last Saturday. I won't go into details, but well, influenza symptoms. I thought it was hay fever, sore throat, which turned out to be tonsillitis and stuff. All in rapid succession. I felt pretty bad, even though my immune system usually fights off everything, and everything's forgotten in about 1 day, but this didn't happen. To a degree, I thought that I had caught the virus finally, which I haven't, obviously, and all tests turned out negative, which is interesting. Still fighting off the tonsillitis thing, otherwise I'm pretty okay, I think. Still feeling a little weak maybe. Got another COVID vaccination plus a refresher on 4 vaccines on the same day, so anyone can top a quintuple vaccination in 1 day whilst fighting off a tonsillitis. Hey, let me know in the comments. So I got that out of the way. Then it was pretty hot, 35 to 38 degrees in Germany, and in the state I was still working at the vinyl warehouse because I didn't feel well, I wasn't working on Monday because I felt really sick, but I think I was okay from Tuesday onwards. But yeah, couldn't sleep because of the vaccines and stuff, and had a pretty rough day at the warehouse yesterday, and yeah, so all this came in the way, and I wasn't in a state of mind and a state of ability to do proper promo, but I got a thing to tell, and maybe you've seen in the video title, or maybe you've seen the thumbnail, and but now you see here is a bunch of things. And what this bunch of things is my very first solo album, actually. You heard it right. baze.djunkiii, yours truly, is releasing a solo album actually tomorrow, on tape only, on my new label, The Absence of Light, which is another offshoot of my main label, Intrauterin Recordings. All things can be found on the Intrauterin Recordings BANDCAMP, of course, which is down in the description box and also linked somewhere here, I guess. And what we got here is, I hope this works with the glare, I will take the artwork out, a cassette tape, 10 tracks, roughly 78 minutes long, if I'm not totally mistaken. The front might look a little dark because of the glare and stuff, so I will pull that out. Yeah, the A side is 34 minutes and the B side is roughly 38 minutes, so you can do the math. It's a 76 minutes tape, which is pretty rare, I guess. And here's the full artwork done by Timo Weiner, my old friend, with whom I've been DJing quite a lot in the past, and who's also a graphic designer and runs a radio show on Byte FM. He set up this beautiful minimalist artwork. Here is the full track list, 10 tracks, as I said. And what this is, there's a little surprise hidden in here, which I won't show. So just this to show, and the tape. What this is musically is what I would refer to as death ambient. Vanta Black, very slow moving, very drony sound experiments. Yeah, rolled out over a total of 10 tracks, as I said. Here's the B-side. Not necessarily summer music, but whatever, I had the resources to put this out, and I've been waiting to put this out for quite a long time. I will probably share the story how this album came to be originally and what was planned for a while, in the future maybe at some point, but now the most important thing is that it's out there. So all tracks are generated by a process which I refer to as vocal synthesis. So what I did basically, just to give you a rough idea, because in the past I've revealed, well, I'm not a professional producer and stuff, even though I've dabbled in projects like the combat dub thing, you know, and other things. So, but I'm not like a DAW professional, Ableton user, and what not is there in terms of production, like surroundings and production environment. And I'm not like a fully professional, fully fledged producer, and I wouldn't dare to call myself a producer in that way, that I could like build a pop track or at this stage probably a techno track on my own. But I found a way to work, and in an unusual environment. And basically what I did, to give you a rough idea, is to sample my own voice and like to do a process that probably resembles that of granular synthesis by hand, with a lot of time stretching and layering and relayering and cutting up and like arranging samples and stuff and rearranging and working in this way very fast, actually. So I can probably do a track in real time, maybe, if I'm really going into that. So, and the idea of this was to produce an album. This was a basic thought, but I never thought I would put it out on my own label under full control, under circumstances I decided I would have like full control over. But this is another story. So basically this is like very dark listening, deep listening music. If you have a thing for drone ambient, for dark ambient, for like horror scores, maybe with a little bit of a sci-fi touch, very minimal movements in sound, very glacial ambient things, also like hints of industrial and stuff, with tracks like that evolve for like, I don't know, 5 to 8 minutes to 10 minutes and come in full circle, or leaving you like hollow somewhere in a lost place, like beyond space and time, with no beats and no actual like times framing, like in terms of like being them 4/4 or like it's a specific tempo, like 128 BPM or whatever. So if you're into free-floating, experimental, dark experimental music that goes beyond a lot of things that might be familiar to you right now, this might be an album for you. And it's out there, and it's on BANDCAMP, of course. The tape is available on BANDCAMP. I put off like 2 copies at Otaku Records in Hamburg right now. So those will be available via the Otaku Records website, and they are also distributed by Word & Sound in Hamburg, which does mean if you have a record store near you which works with Word & Sound directly, no matter where you are in the world, or works with a distributor that works with Word & Sound, you are able to order this directly to your record store without having to deal with the immense shipping prices that the German post company charges right now for international shipping. So I sent out some promos and stuff and some orders via BANDCAMP, but I find it actually really ridiculous to charge like 13 euro postage for a tape to Austria or whatever this was, like something in the wheelhouse of 13 euros. I guess it's like 10.50 or 10.70 shipping, and then the cardboard box and stuff. So this is ridiculous. And to the States and to the US, it was to the UK, it was almost like 20 euros or so. This is getting ridiculous. So I totally understand if you don't want to order directly via BANDCAMP. But if you have a store near you, you can order this worldwide. You can order this from Juno as well, and like DJ.de, Dex, HVV, whatever store is there also in Japan and Australia. This will be available at some point. So if you want to get in touch and ask about a specific store where you can, or where you might be able to get this, I will help you out for sure, and it will be a pleasure to do so. If you want to support me directly, of course, go to BANDCAMP. I'm willing to ship those out if you're willing to pay the fee. And yeah, this one is, of course, I'm proud of that, obviously, even though it came to be, and after I originally produced it, I never thought this would see the day of light ever. So double special occasion to celebrate this, and yeah, it's out. It's limited to 120 copies. 105 of those are for sale, so the others are reserved for like promo and for like the archive, of course, because as an artist you got to save at least 2 or 3 copies of whatever you've done for yourself and probably for your heritage maybe. But it's there. baze.djunkiii in MACROSPACE on the new label, The Absence of Light, which is a sister label to my label, Intrauterin Recordings. The catalog number is Dark 001, so it's a perfect album for summer. So if you're like sitting in some basement in the Arctic, like 2 or 3 stories below ground or surface level, and want to listen to real darkish music, this is exactly what this is. Play loud. This is the only recommendation I have, because the louder you play, the more texture you will get, and the more volume and the more like depth the whole thing develops. This is something I tried myself, so the louder the better in this case. And yeah, it's there. My new album, my first ever solo album. I'd never thought in my life I would do one, and when I did this on suggestion of someone, well, story to be told in another video, I was kind of hesitant, but now it's out there, and yeah, probably I am a fully fledged producer right now because I got an album out. I don't know, let me know. And of course there is a snippet on SoundCloud as well, snippet on BANDCAMP to listen to, and the BANDCAMP link to the album is somewhere here, another video down there. And baze.djunkiii out for now, for this moment. Gonna go into editing mode because I want to get this out before midnight, hopefully, because it's gonna be release day in like 1 hour and 56 minutes. So I'm out for now. See you in the next one.